Sit down. You want to tell me about black folks? I'll help you. O.J. was guilty. Rodney King was in the wrong place, and the police do have the right to use force. Malcolm X was noble when he renounced violence. Prior to that, he was misguided. Dr. King, of course, was a saint. He was killed by a jealous husband. You had a maid when you were young, and she was better to you than your mother. She raised you. You ain't never fucked a black girl, but one sat near you in science class, and she was actually rather shy.
I would never say any of
Fucking
that.
ain't right, you wouldn't. And that is the purpose of this lesson. You know why you can say to a black man on the subject of race?
Nothing.
That is correct.
Black people can talk about race.
How about that?
I will do anything I can to wipe the slate clean.
You cannot wipe the slate clean.
Mm-mm.
You think it's not fair? It's neither fair nor unfair. None of us is immune from a false accusation.
You know it is false.
I would assume it to be false.
Why?
Because you would be paying us to support that assumption.
And if I were not paying you?
Then I would assume you were guilty.
Why?
Because it makes a better story.
The world goes to sleep at night, Mr. Strickland. Wakes up and needs two things. Cup of coffee and some vicious gossip.
And you can change the world.
No one can change the world.
But you could perhaps change the outcome in this instance of that accusation.
You would be paying us for our ability in good faith to extend all our powers, to attempt to do so.
In a cause in which you did not believe.
Belief cannot be controlled. One believes people are good, people are bad. God exists, so the mob killed Kennedy. The appearance of belief may be induced or extorted. People can be coerced, seduced, or suborned into momentarily acting against their beliefs.
Induced or extorted.
The law, Mr. Strickland, is not an exercise in metaphysics, but an alley fight.
Why are you here?
I want your help.
What?
But I would like you to believe me.
Why?
Because I feel that would make you more effective advocates.
Let me enlighten you. Belief, sir, hamstrings the advocate who is then anchored to the facts. I believe in the process whereby each side is permitted to engage an attorney. Does this find the truth? Neither side wants the truth. Each wants to prevail. Does society deserve the truth? All right, will we get it? Never. Why? Because the truth is in doubt even to the litigants, each of whom will lie first to himself and then to the court in order to bring about a verdict he deems just, which is to say, victory. And on the scaffold, the condemned man, having lied to his lawyer, the judge, and himself, will then lie to God. That's a long speech. The short speech is you came in because you think we can help you. Perhaps we can. What can you do?
All right.
Listen to our instructions, obey them, and cultivate the appearance of contrition.
I didn't do anything.
You're white.
Is that a crime?
In this instance,
You're kidding.
sadly, I'm not.
Do you care that I'm white?
Do I hate white folks? Is that your question? Do all blacks hate whites? Let me put your mind at rest. You bet we do. Whites are scared. All to the good, you understand? What thrilled you're guilty?
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Because I'm white.
No, because of the calendar. 50 years ago, you're white, same case, same facts, you're innocent. That is the position in which you discover yourself.
I understand. You're testing me. I understand.
Oh, no, I'm not testing you, sir. I'm telling you the truth. Your own people, if they were assured by God that you were innocent, they would sell you out.
And the blacks?
And to the African American community,
All right.
well, you were found fucking one of our women.
I loved her.
Oh, ain't that glorious?
And she loved me.
Well, it seems she changed her mind. Because, she says here, you raped her.
All right. I would say I am Jack Lawson and this is Henry Brown. You must know that because of our race, but you must pretend you do not, must you not? Well, here's my question to you. Why?
Why?
Yes, you know one of us is black, one's white. Why would you pretend to be ignorant of which is which?
It's a convention.
Bravo! There exist conventions which may be outdated, superfluous, offensive, and even immoral, but still remain in force. Having been accused of having broken one convention, your problem is to win from your fellow citizens a pass. Now, there are two ways to accomplish this. The first is to assert that you were somewhere else, incompetent, coerced, or framed. The second is to challenge the convention. Which do you like?
I don't like either of them.
That's a good start. Now, pick one.
Isn't that your job?
You tell me. We're going to roll the dice. If you guess wrong or we're incompetent, you go to jail. I get paid either way.
Well, that's blunt.
You wanted to hire your brother-in-law. You had that option.
I don't have a brother-in-law.
Ah, you had a brother-in-law by your first marriage.
Good for you.
I read the papers.
Everyone reads the papers. That's your problem.
Why do you address me this way?
Rich as you are.
All right.
Why'd you come to us? I assume you chose us because of our racial makeup after you went to Greenstein.
Why'd you leave Greenstein?
Now the nickel drops.
Can I rely upon your honesty?
I don't want you relying on our honesty.
Upon what should I rely?
Upon our desire for fortune and fame.
Why'd you leave Greenstein?
I didn't like the way he was handling the case.
What didn't you like about it?
What difference does it make?
A man who hits his first wife will hit his second wife. You know why? He's a wife beater.
I didn't like the way that I was being treated.
Do you have any intention to plead guilty?
Absolutely
Then
not.
free of charge, you're going to have to drop the rich bit. Why should we treat you better?
Oh, because we're the underdog. And you would think we'd have to eat more of your pomposity and believe your fake contrition.
Who do you think that you're talking to?
I think I'm talking to a rapist and a race criminal. I think you didn't play fair with Greenstein and you're going to pull the same trick here. Walk out on us when things get rough and leave us looking sweet and silly while you turn the American public a wounded man, a misunderstood man whose lawyers don't like him. I don't like you.
At some point,
And I'm pissed off about